Opening credits, From Zero to Bookkeeper. The Self-Taught Pro's Roadmap to Mastering QuickBooks, Managing Finances for Small Businesses, and Building a Profitable Remote Practice. Written by Gardinski. Introduction. The myth of the bean counter. You hear the word bookkeeper, and a specific dusty image likely comes to mind. You picture a quiet, meticulous bean counter, tucked away in a back office, hunched over a 10-key calculator and a mountain of receipts. Their job, you imagine, is the boring, repetitive, and thankless task of data entry. You know you are an organized, detail-oriented person, but you think, that's not me. I don't want a boring, dead-end job, just counting beans. You've been sold a myth that bookkeeping is a low-value, administrative chore, a career for people who are good with numbers, but not with ideas. This is a complete and total misunderstanding of the modern, professional bookkeeper. The world has changed. A great bookkeeper is no longer a bean counter. They are a financial storyteller. They are not a data entry clerk. They're the doctor who reads the vital signs of a business. They're the one who takes the chaotic, messy, and often terrifying world of small businesses' finances and transforms it into a clean, clear, and actionable story that allows the founder to make smart, confident decisions. Welcome to From Zero to Bookkeeper. This is not a dense, academic accounting textbook. This is a practical, step-by-step roadmap for becoming a professional, in-demand, and highly profitable remote bookkeeper. We will treat your new career not as an administrative gig, but as an architectural project. First, we will demolish the myth of the bean counter and install the powerful profit architect mindset. We will give you a jargon-free blueprint to the fundamental language of business finance. Next, we will give you the tactical, hands-on playbooks for mastering the industry-standard software, QuickBooks, and for performing the core, high-value services that every small business desperately needs. Most importantly, we will guide you through the process of building a powerful portfolio project that will serve as the undeniable proof of your skills. Finally, we will show you how to find, pitch, and land high-quality, long-term retainer clients and build a thriving, home-based business that it's time to stop undervaluing your organizational skills. Your attention to detail is not a minor trait. It is a superpower. The system is learnable. The path begins now. Part I. The Foundation. The Architecture of Financial Clarity Case File 01. The Architect's Mindset. You are not a data entry clerk. You are a profit architect. Before you categorize your first transaction, we must perform the most critical identity shift of your new career. The number one factor that separates the struggling, hourly rate bookkeeper from the thriving, high-value financial partner is their mindset. The amateur thinks of themselves as a data entry clerk. A data entry clerk is reactive. Their job is to take a pile of historical receipts and transactions and correctly enter them into a piece of software. Their value is measured in their accuracy and their speed. They are cost to be minimized. They are a commodity. You are not here to be a data entry clerk. You are here to be a profit architect. This is a non-negotiable and game-changing distinction that a profit architect is proactive. Their job is not just to record the past. Their job is to use the financial data to help the business owner build a more profitable future. They're not just a record keeper. They're a strategic advisor. Their value is not measured in the number of transactions they categorize, but in the clarity and the insights they provide. This is a shift from a historical focus to a forward-looking focus. The data entry clerk asks, how should I categorize this software expense? The profit architect says, I've just finished categorizing this month's expenses, and I've noticed that our software subscriptions have increased by 30% over the last quarter. I prepared a quick report that shows where we might have some redundant subscriptions we can cut to immediately improve our bottom line. Can we review this on our next call? The data entry clerk delivers a standard profit and loss statement at the end of the month. The profit architect delivers the statement along with a simple, one-paragraph summary in plain English. Great news. Our revenue was up 15% this month, and our profit margin held steady at 25%. Our biggest increase in expenses was in advertising, which is a good sign that our growth initiatives are working. When you adopt the profit architect mindset, your entire value proposition changes. You're not a low-level administrative cost. You are a high-value investment. You are the trusted partner who provides the financial clarity and peace of mind that every single business owner craves. Yes, you work through this roadmap. This new identity must be your North Star. Your job is not just to be accurate, it is to be useful. You are not just a bookkeeper. You're the co-pilot for your client's business, helping them navigate by the clear, objective light of their own financial data. This is the mindset that will make you not just hireable, but indispensable. Case File 02. Deconstructing the jargon. A simple blueprint of debits, credits, P&L, and a balance sheet. You step into the world of bookkeeping, and you're immediately confronted by a wall of intimidating, centuries-old jargon. You hear words like debits, credits, assets, liabilities, and equity. The amateur is intimidated by this language. The architect knows that behind this complex-sounding jargon are a few remarkably simple and logical concepts. You do not need to be an accountant. You just need to understand the fundamental architectural blueprint of how a business's finances are structured. The foundational equation, the unbreakable law. Every single transaction in the history of accounting is governed by one simple, unbreakable law. Assets equals liabilities plus equity. Assets, what the business owns. Liabilities, what the business owes to others. Equity, the net worth of the business. Debits and credits, the give and take. This is the concept that confuses beginners the most, but it is actually very simple. Every single transaction in a business is a give and take. Debits and credits are simply the names for these two sides. A simple rule: when the business's cash increases, you will debit the cash account. When the business's cash decreases, you will credit the cash account. The good news: modern software like QuickBooks handles 99% of this for you automatically. The two primary financial statements. Your job as a bookkeeper is to take all the raw transaction data and organize it into two simple, powerful stories: the profit and loss, P&L statement, the report card. The analogy: the P&L is the business's report card over a specific period of time. The question it answers: did we make a profit? The simple architecture: revenue minus cost of goods sold equals gross profit. Gross profit minus expenses equals net income. The balance sheet, the snapshot. The analogy: the balance sheet is a snapshot of the business's financial health on one specific day. The question it answers: is the business financially healthy? The simple architecture: it is a direct representation of the foundational equation: assets, liabilities, and equity. That's it. This is the entire conceptual framework. Your job as a bookkeeper is to be the architect who takes the chaotic mess of daily transactions and organizes them into these two clean, simple, and powerful stories. Case File 03. The hireable skill set. The Big Four services every small business desperately needs. You are a profit architect. You understand the language of finance. But what are the specific, tangible services that a small business owner will actually pay you for? Bookkeeping is a broad term. A hireable, high-value bookkeeper is a specialist who can deliver a clear, packaged solution to a client's biggest financial pain points. Your goal is to become an expert in the Big Four core services. These are the foundational, non-negotiable financial needs of almost every single small business in the world. The Big Four service blueprint, the cleanup/catch-up project, the business pain. This is the most common and most urgent problem. The business owner has neglected their books for months or even years. Your service: this is a one-time, high-value project. You will be the financial surgeon. You will come in, take their chaotic mess of historical data, and you will clean it up. Why it's hireable? This service solves an incredibly painful and urgent problem. This is often your foot in the door with a new client. Monthly bookkeeping, the retainer. The business pain. The client never wants to experience the pain of a cleanup project again. Your service: this is your core, recurring, monthly retainer service. You will take over the day-to-day management of their books. This includes categorizing transactions and bank reconciliation. Why it's hireable? This is the service that provides ongoing peace of mind. Accounts payable, A/P, and accounts receivable, A/R management. The business pain. The client is struggling with cash flow because they are slow to pay their bills or slow to collect money owed to them. Your service. This is a high-value add-on to your monthly retainer. A/P. You will manage the process of paying their vendor bills. A/R. You will manage the process of sending out invoices and collecting on unpaid invoices. Why it's hireable. Your work in A/R management has a direct, positive impact on the client's cash flow. You're helping them get paid faster. Financial reporting. The business pain. The client gets a set of financial statements, but they are a confusing wall of numbers. Your service. This is the final, most valuable service that elevates you to a true profit architect. You will send them a monthly financial story. The financial story. This is a simple, one-paragraph summary, written in plain English, that explains the key takeaways from the reports. Why it's hireable. This is the service that provides clarity. You are translating the complex language of accounting into actionable business intelligence. This is the work of a true financial partner. Case File 04. The QuickBooks Command Center. Mastering the industry standard tool of the trade. You are a profit architect. You understand a language of finance and the core services that businesses need. Now, you must choose your primary tool, your command center, for delivering these services. In the world of small business accounting, while there are many competitors, one single platform stands as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the industry. QuickBooks Online. The amateur bookkeeper might try to run a client's books using a complex series of manual spreadsheets. This is a slow, fragile, and deeply unprofessional system that is prone to human error. The architect knows that mastery of the industry standard tool is a non-negotiable prerequisite for a professional and scalable practice. Your fluency in QuickBooks Online is not just a technical skill. It is a powerful signal to potential clients that you are a serious, modern, and highly competent professional. Why QuickBooks Online, QBO, is your primary weapon. Industry standard. More small businesses use QuickBooks than any other accounting software by a massive margin. The accountant version. QBO offers a special, free version of its software for bookkeepers and accountants called QuickBooks Online Accountant. This is your command center. It allows you to manage all of your different clients from a single, centralized dashboard. Bank feed automation. This is the single most powerful feature. You can securely connect a client's business bank and credit card accounts directly to QBO. The software will then automatically import every single transaction every single day. Collaboration. You can easily collaborate with your client and their tax CPA directly within the platform. The zero-to-ready QuickBooks learning path. The QBO interface can be intimidating at first. Your goal is not to master every obscure feature. Your goal is to achieve a state of deep competence in the big 4 core workflows that you will use for every single client. The setup workflow. The skill. You must be able to set up a brand new company file for a client from scratch. This includes entering their basic company information, setting up their chart of accounts, and connecting their bank and credit card feeds. The daily/weekly workflow, transaction management. The skill. This is the bread and butter of monthly bookkeeping. You must master the banking tab in QBO. You will learn how to efficiently go through the bank feed of downloaded transactions. You will learn how to create rules that automatically categorize recurring transactions. The monthly workflow, reconciliation, and reporting. The skill. At the end of each month, you will perform the 2 most critical tasks. The bank reconciliation. You will use QBO's reconciliation tool to perform the crucial process of matching the transactions in your books to the official bank statement. The reporting. You will master the Reports tab and learn how to generate a clean, professional P&L and balance sheet. The A/R and A/P workflow, the money in, money out. The skill. You must be able to manage the flow of money. Invoicing. A/R you will learn how to create, customize, and send professional invoices. Bill pay. A/P you will learn how to enter the bills that your client owes to their vendors. Your first action item after reading this chapter is to sign up for a free QuickBooks Online Accountant account. QBO also provides a free demo company file that you can use as your personal sandbox. You will use this demo company to practice these 4 core workflows until they become second nature. Part 2. The Bookkeeper's Toolkit, Mastering the Core Workflows Case File 05. The Chart of Accounts Blueprint. Architecting the financial skeleton of a business. You are setting up a new client in QuickBooks Online. You have entered their company information. Now, you're faced with the single most important and most foundational architectural decision you will make for their entire financial system. You must set up their chart of accounts. The amateur bookkeeper simply accepts the generic, default chart of accounts that QuickBooks provides. This is a mistake. The architect understands that the chart of accounts is the skeleton of the entire financial reporting system. It is the list of all the categories, the buckets, that you will use to sort every single dollar that flows in and out of the business. A well-designed COA is a masterpiece of clarity and simplicity. The minimalist chart of accounts blueprint. Your goal is not to create 100 different hyper-specific accounts. Your goal is to create the minimum viable number of accounts that are required to give the business owner the specific insights they need. The architectural structure of a COA. Income/revenue. The goal: to track where the money is coming from. The architecture. For a simple service business, you might only need one single income account, service revenue. Cost of goods sold, COGS. The goal: to track the direct costs associated with delivering your product or service. The architecture. For service business, this might include contractor fees, expenses, the operating costs. The goal: this is the biggest and most important section to get right. The minimalist architecture. You will start with a simple, clean, and logical set of expense categories like marketing and advertising, software and subscriptions, office supplies, meals and entertainment, travel, and professional services. Assets. The goal: to track what the business owns. The architecture. You will always have at least two asset accounts, checking account and savings account. Liabilities. The goal: to track what the business owes. The architecture. The most common liability accounts are business credit card and bank loans. The process of architecting the chart of accounts is a collaborative one. You will sit down with your new client and create a custom, minimalist COA that is a perfect fit for their specific business. This simple, foundational act of architectural clarity is the first and most powerful step in transforming their financial chaos into a clean, simple, and powerful system. Case File 06. The Transaction Engine. A system for flawless expense categorization and invoicing. You have architected the perfect chart of accounts. Now, the day-to-day work begins. Your primary, recurring job as a bookkeeper is to take the raw, chaotic stream of transactions flowing into the business and correctly sort each one into its proper bucket. The amateur bookkeeper performs this task manually. The architect of operations builds a system to make the work as efficient and as automated as possible. The bank fee blueprint. Your command center for this entire workflow is the Banking or Transactions tab in QuickBooks Online. The categorization protocol. Once a week, you will log in and triage the new transactions that have appeared in the bank feed. For each transaction, you have one simple job: to assign it to the correct bucket in your chart of accounts. The bank rule superpowers. The automation engine. This is the single most powerful, time-saving feature in all of QuickBooks. A bank rule is a simple instruction you give to the software that says, when you see a transaction that looks like this, automatically categorize it as that. The problem: your client buys coffee at the same Starbucks every single day. The architectural solution. The rule: you will create a new bank rule. The if. If a transaction's bank text contains the word Starbucks, the then automatically categorize it as meals and entertainment. The result: from now on, you will never have to manually categorize a Starbucks transaction again. The mandate. Your goal is to create a bank rule for every single one of their recurring expenses. The invoicing protocol. Managing the money, and you must also manage the money in. The tool. You will use the invoicing feature within QuickBooks. The template mandate. You will create a clean, professional, and branded invoice template for your client. The recurring invoice automation. For your clients' retainer-based customers, you will set up a recurring invoice in QBO that will automatically generate and email the invoice every month. The online payments mandate. You will help your clients set up QuickBooks payments. This will add a simple Pay Now button to every invoice you send, which will dramatically reduce the time it takes for your client to get paid. WY architecting this systematic and semi-automated transaction engine. You're transforming the core bookkeeping workflow from a slow, manual grind into a fast, efficient, and highly professional process. You are leveraging the full power of your chosen tool to deliver a superior service in a fraction of the time. Case File 07. The Bank Reconciliation Mandate. The monthly ritual that guarantees accuracy. You have diligently categorized every single transaction for the month. Your books should be perfect, but in the world of finance, should be is not good enough. There is one final, non-negotiable, and absolutely critical process that you must perform at the end of every single month. This is the bank reconciliation. The bank reconciliation is the simple, powerful act of comparing the financial records inside your QuickBooks file to the official, real-world records of the bank statement. It is the final quality assurance check. Its one and only goal is to answer one question. Do my books perfectly match reality? The amateur bookkeeper, confident in their own data entry, often skips this step. This is a catastrophic error. A small, undetected error can compound over months, leading to a massive, painful, and expensive cleanup project down the line. The architect knows that the monthly reconciliation is the bedrock of financial accuracy. It is the sacred, monthly ritual that guarantees the integrity of your entire system. The reconciliation blueprint. QuickBooks has a dedicated, easy-to-use reconciliation tool that makes this process a simple, checklist-driven affair. Step 1. The gather phase. The action. You will log into your client's online banking portal and download the official bank statement for the month you are closing. Step 2. The setup phase in QuickBooks. The action. In QBO, you will navigate to the Reconcile tool. The 3 numbers. You will be asked to enter 3 numbers directly from the bank statement: the beginning balance, the ending balance, and the ending date. Step 3. The matching game. The action. QuickBooks will now show you a 2-sided screen. On one side, it will show you all the transactions from the bank statement. On the other side, it will show you all the transactions that you have recorded in QuickBooks for that month. Your job is to go down the list, line by line, and check off each transaction that appears on both lists. The goal: you will continue this process until the difference at the top of the screen is $0.00. Step 4. The zero difference moment. The result: when the difference is exactly 0, it is a moment of victory. You have now, with 100% mathematical certainty, proven that your financial records for that month are a perfect mirror image of the bank's records. The action: you will click the Finish Now button. What if the difference is not 0? The detective work. If the difference is not 0, you have an error somewhere. Do not panic. You are now a detective. The most common culprits are a duplicate transaction, a missing transaction, or a transpose number. Your job is to use the clues to hunt down and fix the error. The monthly bank reconciliation is the non-negotiable act of professional discipline that underpins your entire service. It is the process that allows you to confidently tell your client, the financial reports I am giving you are a 100% accurate, auditable, and reliable reflection of the state of your business. This is the foundation of trust. Case File 08. The Financial Story Protocol. How to generate and explain the reports that matter. You have done the work. You have categorized every transaction. You have reconciled the accounts. The books are clean, they are accurate, and they are perfect. Now, it is time to deliver the final and most valuable part of your monthly service. It is time to communicate the results. The amateur bookkeeper simply exports the standard profit and loss and balance sheet report from QuickBooks, attaches them to a blank email, and hits send. The client opens the attachments and is immediately confronted by a dense, confusing wall of numbers. The reports are accurate, but they are not useful. The architect of profit knows that their job is not to be a data dumper. It is to be a translator. You are the guide who can translate the complex language of accounting into the simple, clear, and actionable language of business. The financial reports are the raw data. Your financial story is the insight. The monthly financial story blueprint At the end of every month, you will send your client a simple, powerful email. This email is your primary deliverable. The architecture of the email, the subject line, the format, your client's company name, month financial summary. Example: Oakwood Creative August 2025 financial summary. The 3-bullet executive summary, the top line. The goal: you will start with a simple 3-bullet point summary of the most important takeaways from the month, written in plain, human English. The architecture: you'll focus on the big 3 numbers: revenue, expenses, and profit. The script: hi, client name. Your books for August are officially closed and reconciled. Here is the top-line summary. Revenue was strong this month at $52,000, up 15% from July. Total expenses were $40,000. Our biggest expense category this month was contractor fees. The result is a healthy net profit of $12,000 for the month, giving us a solid profit margin of 23%. The key insights, or things to watch section. The goal: this is where you demonstrate your value as a proactive architect. You will highlight 1 or 2 interesting trends or potential issues. The script: one thing I'm keeping an eye on. I've noticed our software subscriptions expense has crept up by about 20% over the last quarter. It might be a good idea for us to do a quick audit next month. The attachments: the formal reports. The goal: to provide the detailed, formal reports for their records. The script: for your records, I've attached the full, detailed profit and loss statement and the balance sheet for August. Please let me know if you have any questions. This simple, proactive, and story-driven email is a masterpiece of client communication. You are not just telling them what happened. You're telling them what it means and what they should think about next. This is the work of a profit architect. Part 3. The Portfolio Project. Building your Proof of Competence Case File 09. The Job Ready Project Blueprint. Performing a full book cleanup for a fictional business. You are now a fully trained financial architect. You have the mindset. You understand the theory. You have mastered the core workflows in QuickBooks Online. You're ready to offer your services to the world. But you are faced with the freelancer's classic chicken and egg problem. To get a client, you need to prove you have experience, but to get experience, you need a client. The architect does not wait for this opportunity. They manufacture it. You will create your own portfolio of one. A comprehensive case study that demonstrates your ability to perform the single, most valuable, and most in-demand service you will offer: a book cleanup. The Fictional Client Blueprint. Step 1. Invent your ideal client. The action: you will invent a simple, relatable small business that is a perfect fit for your services. The messy backstory: you will write a short 1-paragraph story for this fictional client. Example: meet creative Carla, the founder of a successful freelance graphic design business. Carla is a brilliant designer, but her business finances are a complete disaster. For the last 6 months, she has been running all of her business expenses through her personal checking account. She has a shoebox full of uncategorized receipts and has no idea if her business is actually profitable. Step 2. The Sandbox Setup. The tool: you will use the free QuickBooks Online Accountant demo company file as your sandbox. The action: you will set up a new company file for Creative Carla's design studio. Step 3. Simulate the chaos. You will now manually create the mess that you're going to clean up. The action: you will manually enter 3 to 4 months' worth of fictional, uncategorized transactions. The messy details: your transaction should be a realistic mix of income, expenses, and commingled funds. Crucially, you will include a few personal expenses to demonstrate that you know how to handle them by categorizing them as an owner's draw. Step 4. Execute the cleanup protocol. You will now perform a full, professional book cleanup on this messy file, and you will document every step of your process with screenshots. The deliverables: your portfolio assets. You will create a clean, minimalist chart of accounts. You will categorize every transaction. You will perform a mock bank reconciliation. You will generate the final, clean profit and loss and balance sheet reports. Step 5. Write the case study. You will now assemble all of these screenshots and deliverables into a stunning, 1-page case study on your own portfolio website. The headline: Case study: transforming 6 months of financial chaos into a clean, tax-ready system for a creative entrepreneur. The before section: introduce creative Carla and her painful situation. Show a screenshot of the messy QBO bank feed. The process section: briefly explain your systematic approach to the cleanup. The after section: showcase the beautiful, clean after state with screenshots of your clean chart of accounts, the zero difference reconciliation screen, and the final P&L report. Why architecting this portfolio of one? You have created an irresistible marketing asset. You have shown a potential client that you are the calm, professional, and expert architect who can make their biggest financial pain go away. Case File 10, Phase 1, the diagnosis. Auditing a messy set of books to identify the problems. This is the first critical phase of your portfolio project. You have created the fictional messy QuickBooks file for your client, Creative Carla. Now, you must put on your doctor's coat. Your job is not to immediately start cleaning. Your job is to perform a thorough diagnosis in a real-world client engagement. This diagnostic phase is a high-value service in itself. For your case study, it is the crucial before picture that will make your after results look all the more impressive. The architectural objective: to systematically audit the messy QuickBooks file and to create a clear, simple diagnostic report that identifies the 3 to 5 core critical problems. The bookkeeping audit blueprint. Step 1. The chart of accounts review. The action: you will first navigate to the chart of accounts in your messy QBO file. The red flags: bloat, duplicates, lack of specificity. The diagnostic finding. In your case study, you will write: problem number 1. The chart of accounts was cluttered and not tailored to a creative service business, making the financial reports confusing and difficult to read. You will include a screenshot of the messy default COA. Step 2. The bank feed audit. The action: you will now go to the Banking or Transactions tab. The red flags: you will see hundreds of uncategorized transactions and multiple transactions that are clearly personal. This is the classic commingling of funds problem. The diagnostic finding. Problem number 2. Hundreds of transactions were uncategorized, and there was a significant commingling of personal and business expenses, making it impossible to get an accurate picture of the business's true profitability. You will include a screenshot of the chaotic-looking bank feed. Step 3. The financial reports audit. The action: you will now try to run a profit and loss statement for the last 6 months. The red flags: the report will be a disaster. A huge portion of the expenses will be sitting in a generic, useless category called uncategorized expense. The diagnostic finding. Problem number 3. The existing financial reports were inaccurate and therefore useless for making business decisions. The business owner had no real, data-driven visibility into her own profitability. You will include a screenshot of the messy P&L report. The deliverable for this phase: the diagnostic report. You have successfully and professionally diagnosed the client's illness. You have identified the 3 core, painful problems that are causing her financial chaos. You have set the stage perfectly. Now, in the next phase, you will step in as the architect and provide the cure. Case File 11. Phase 2. The cleanup. The step-by-step process of bringing order to the chaos. You have completed your diagnosis. You have a clear, documented picture of the chaos. Now, it is time to perform the surgery. This is the cleanup phase. This is the core, technical work of the bookkeeper. For your portfolio project, you will meticulously execute this process and document it with after screenshots that will serve as the dramatic reveal in your case study. The architectural objective: to take the messy, chaotic QuickBooks file and systematically transform it into a clean, accurate, and professional-grade set of books. The book cleanup blueprint. Step 1. Architect the new chart of accounts. The action: based on your diagnosis and the minimalist COA blueprint from Case File 05, you will now re-architect the chart of accounts. The process: you will inactivate all unnecessary accounts, merge any duplicate accounts, and create a few new, specific accounts that are relevant. The after screenshot: you will take a screenshot of your new, clean, simple, and perfectly tailored chart of accounts. Step 2. The transaction categorization engine. The action: you will now go to the bank feed, and you will work your way through the hundreds of uncategorized transactions. The protocol: you will correctly categorize every single business transaction. For all the personal transactions, you will categorize them to a special equity account called Owner's Draw. As you work, you will build a series of bank rules to automate the categorization of all recurring transactions. The after screenshot: you will take a screenshot of the bank feed showing a beautiful, satisfying 0 transactions to review state. Step 3. The bank reconciliation mandate. The action: you will now perform a full bank reconciliation for each of the past 6 months, using the protocol from case file 07. The after screenshot: you will take a screenshot of the final, triumphant reconciliation complete screen showing a perfect $0 difference. The deliverable for this phase: by the end of this phase, you have the core after images for your case study. You have taken the raw, chaotic data and you have forged it into a clean, structured, and accurate financial record. Case File 12. Phase 3. The Financial Health Report. Your masterpiece case study. This is the final and most rewarding phase of your portfolio project. You have transformed a chaotic mess into a clean set of books. Now, you must deliver the ultimate after picture. You must showcase the value of your work by presenting a clear, insightful, and professional financial health report. This is the masterpiece that will tell the complete story of the transformation you engineered. The architectural objective: to create a simple, beautiful, and compelling one-page case study that visually and narratively showcases your journey from diagnosis to cleanup to the final, clear results. The case study blueprint. You will build this as a single, beautiful page on your portfolio website or as a professionally designed PDF. Section 1. The before the pain. The headline: Case Study: Transforming 6 Months of Financial Chaos into a Clean, Tax-Ready System. The client story: reintroduce your fictional client, Creative Carla. The visual proof: show the before screenshots from your diagnostic phase. Section 2. The process: the architect's work. The headline: My 3-step architectural process. The content: you will use 3 simple icons and a short sentence for each to describe your process. Diagnose, rebuild, and validate. Section 3. The after the wow moment. The headline: the result: a clean, clear, and actionable financial system. The visual proof: this is the dramatic reveal. You will showcase your beautiful after screenshots, a side-by-side comparison of the messy before P&L report and your new, clean after P&L report. A screenshot of the triumphant $0 difference reconciliation summary. Section 4. The financial story: the ultimate value. This is your final, masterful touch. You will not just show the reports. You will interpret them for your fictional client. The headline: the financial story: key insights for Creative Carla. The summary: for the first time, Carla was able to see a true, accurate picture of her business's health. The cleanup profit and loss report revealed that while her revenue was strong, her profit margin was only 15%, primarily due to a very high software and subscriptions expense. This single insight gave her the data she needed to perform a subscription audit, which is projected to increase her monthly profit by over $500. By concluding your case study with this financial story, you have proven that you are a profit architect. You have demonstrated with undeniable proof that you are not a data entry clerk. You are a high-value, strategic partner. This is the case study that gets you hired. Case File 13. The Freelance Launchpad, a system for finding and pitching your first high-value client. You are now a professional. You have the skills of a financial architect, and you have a stunning, comprehensive case study that serves as undeniable proof. The final step is to get your brilliant product in front of your ideal buyers. The amateur bookkeeper takes a passive approach. They create a generic profile on a low-end freelance marketplace like Upwork and wait to be chosen. The architect does not wait. They hunt. They use a proactive, targeted, and value-driven outreach strategy that is designed to find and engage their ideal clients. The pain point pitching protocol. Step 1. The ideal client profile. The target, small business owners, particularly in the creative and service-based industries. Why they're perfect, they are often brilliant at their creative craft, but are notoriously disorganized with their finances. They are experiencing the direct, emotional pain of financial chaos. Step 2. The pain signal audit your ammunition. You will now build a target list of 10 to 20 local or online businesses that fit your profile. You will then look for public pain signals. The LinkedIn test. Look for the founder on LinkedIn. Are they posting about how busy or overwhelmed they are? The podcast test. Listen to a few episodes of their podcast. Do they ever mention their hatred of admin work? Step 3. The value first email pitch. You will now craft a short, powerful, and hyper-personalized email. The subject line, a quick idea about your business operations. The body, the personalized compliment. The empathy statement. The solution, offer, with a link to your case study. The low-pressure close. This is a masterful pitch. It is empathetic, it is non-sleazy, and it provides immense value up front by showing them a clear vision of a less stressful, more profitable future. This is the pitch that positions you not as a bookkeeper, but as a high-value, strategic partner. Case File 14. The Retainer Protocol. How to package your services and confidently charge a monthly fee or value first pitch was a success. The business owner resonated deeply with the pain you described. They were impressed by your case study, and they have agreed to a discovery call. Now comes the critical moment of pricing your service. The amateur bookkeeper, crippled by the feeling that they are just a data entry clerk, makes a fatal pricing error. They charge by the hour. This is a commodity trap that punishes you for your own efficiency. The architect does not sell their time. They sell a solution. You will not be an hourly worker. You will be a professional consultant who works on a fixed, monthly retainer. A retainer is a flat, recurring monthly fee that a client pays you in exchange for a predefined package of services and the peace of mind that you provide. The packaged retainer blueprint. The cleanup project, the foot in the door. The rule. Your very first engagement with a new, messy client will almost always be a one-time, flat-fee cleanup project. The rationale. You must first bring their books up to a clean, professional standard before you can begin the ongoing monthly work. The pricing. You will estimate the number of months of cleanup required and charge a flat fee for the project. The tiered, monthly retainer packages. Once the cleanup is complete, you will transition the client to one of your 3 simple, monthly retainer packages. The architecture, Package 1, the essentials, e.g., $350 per month, includes monthly transaction categorization, monthly bank reconciliation, and monthly financial reports. Package 2, the growth, the most popular, e.g., $650 per month. Everything in the essentials package, plus accounts payable management and accounts receivable management. Package 3, the profit architect, e.g., $1,200 plus per month. Everything in the growth package, plus a monthly 60-minute financial strategy call where you will provide proactive insights. The anchor high psychology. The rationale? The very existence of the high-end profit architect package makes your growth package seem like the most reasonable and best value choice. The confident delivery. The rule. On your discovery call, after you have diagnosed their pain, you will first quote them for the one-time cleanup project. Then, you will present your monthly retainer packages as the system that will ensure they never have to face that chaos again. Why packaging your services, pricing based on value, and confidently presenting your fees as a professional monthly retainer, you are fundamentally changing the client relationship. You're not a temporary, hourly worker. You are a long-term, indispensable financial partner. Case File 15. The Secure Onboarding Blueprint, a system for gaining access to client financials with trust and professionalism. The client has said yes. They have agreed to your package and your price. Now, you must navigate the most sensitive and trust-based moment of your entire client relationship, the onboarding. You need to gain access to their most confidential information, their bank accounts, their accounting software, and their credit card statements. The amateur bookkeeper handles this process in a clumsy, unprofessional, and often insecure way. They ask the client to just email me your passwords. This is a catastrophic security failure. The architect knows that the onboarding process is a critical opportunity to prove their professionalism, their attention to detail, and their absolute commitment to the client's security. The white glove onboarding blueprint. Step 1. The accountant access mandate in QBO. The rule: you will never ask for your client's personal username and password to their QuickBooks online account. The professional protocol. QBO has a built-in, secure feature for this. You will instruct your client to invite their accountant. The script. To get started, the first step is to grant me secure, accountant-level access to your QuickBooks online file. You will not be sharing your personal login with me. Here is a simple 3-step guide. The rationale. This gives you a special, accountant-level access to their file without you ever knowing their personal password. This is the ultimate sign of a professional. Step 2. The password vault mandate. The tool. You will use a secure, encrypted password manager like LastPass or 1Password. The rule: you will not ask them to email you passwords. The secure sharing protocol. You will use your password manager's secure sharing feature. You will send them a secure request from your vault, allowing them to share their credentials with you in a fully encrypted way. Step 3. The welcome packet revisited. The goal: to create a white glove, professional, and confidence-inspiring first impression. The architecture. As soon as the contract is signed, you will send your new client a professional welcome packet PDF. It will include a welcome letter, a summary of how we'll work together, and a secure checklist of all the access and information you need. Step 4. The kickoff call. The goal: a structured, 60-minute video call to perform a deep dive and finalize the setup. The agenda. Confirm access, walk through their chart of accounts, confirm goals for the project, and establish your communication rhythm. B. Why architecting this secure, professional, and white glove onboarding process? You are eliminating any potential buyer's remorse and proving from day one that they have made an excellent, wise, and safe decision in hiring you. Case File 16. The Profit Advisor Ascension. Graduating from Bookkeeper to a fractional CFA, you have built a thriving practice. You have a full roster of high-quality, monthly retainer clients. You are an indispensable part of their team, the architect who has brought calm, clarity, and order to their financial world. But for the true architect, there is always a next level. You are now in a position of immense, trusted influence. You know your clients' businesses, in some ways, better than they do themselves. The competent bookkeeper continues to deliver their excellent monthly service. The architect sees an opportunity to ascend. You will now evolve from a backward-looking historian to a forward-looking strategist. This is the final and most lucrative evolution of your career. The transition from a bookkeeper to a profit advisor or a fractional CFO. The Profit Advisor Blueprint. A fractional CFO is a part-time, high-level strategic advisor who helps a small business make smarter, more profitable decisions. This is not a change in your core work. It is an expansion of your value. The Profit First Service Stack. Your fractional CFO retainer package will include all of your core bookkeeping services, plus a new, high-value layer of strategic analysis and advisory. The KPI Dashboard. The service. You will work with the client to identify the 3 to 5 most important key performance indicators for their business. The deliverable. You will create a simple, one-page KPI dashboard that you will update for them each month. The cash flow forecasting. The service. You will take their historical financial data and you will build a simple, forward-looking cash flow forecast. The deliverable. A simple spreadsheet that projects their estimated cash in the bank over the next 3 to 6 months. This eliminates the terrifying cash flow surprises. The profitability analysis. The service. You will perform a deeper analysis of their P&L statement to identify opportunities to increase profitability. The deliverable. You might analyze their different service lines and create a report that shows them which of their services is the most profitable. The monthly strategy call. The service. This is the core of your fractional CFO offering. You will have a dedicated 60-minute forward-looking financial strategy call with a client each month to have a high-level, strategic conversation about the future of the business. The Ascension pitch: you will offer this new, premium service to your best existing clients. The script: hi, client name. We've been working together for a year now. I've been thinking about the next level of value I can provide. I've been doing more fractional CFO work for a few of my clients, where we move beyond just historical bookkeeping and into forward-looking financial strategy. Is that something you might be interested in exploring? By making this final evolution, you have reached the pinnacle of your profession. You have transformed yourself from a service provider who records the past into an indispensable, high-value strategic partner who is actively helping your clients architect a more profitable future. Conclusion: you are the architect of the bottom line. You began this roadmap with a myth, the myth of the bean counter, the belief that bookkeeping was a low-value, administrative, and boring career path. That myth has now been fully deconstructed and replaced with a powerful architectural reality. You now know that great bookkeeping is not about data entry. It is about clarity. It is not an administrative cost. It is a high-value investment. You are not a bean counter. You are a profit architect. You have deconstructed the fundamental language of business finance. You have filled your toolkit with the most valuable and in-demand services. You have mastered the industry standard tool of QuickBooks Online. Most importantly, you have moved beyond theory. You have the blueprint for building a powerful portfolio project. You have a system for finding and pitching clients, for packaging and pricing your services, and for evolving into a high-value fractional CFO. You do not just have a skill, you have a complete business plan. The path from here is one of execution. It is the work of finding the financial chaos and bringing order to it. Your meticulous attention to detail, your love of order, and your ability to see the story within the numbers are not just personality traits. They are your superpowers. You are no longer just an observer of business. You are the one who provides the clear, objective, and data-driven map that allows a business to navigate its journey to profitability. You are the architect of the bottom line. Now go build. Did this roadmap help you? Your journey is just beginning, but your feedback is crucial. If this book provided you with real-world value, the single best way to support this mission is to leave an honest review on Amazon. More by Gardinski. Your roadmap continues. You can now master the finances of any small business. The next step is to apply that power to build your own profitable enterprise. Book recommendations include From Zero to Profitable and From Zero to Booked Out.